Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So the video you guys have been requesting ever since I did my nails a couple weeks ago is how I do my gel manicure at home. So as you see a before and after, it's very easy, very simple. The first time I did it, I actually used tips. So for this week's video with my nails, I'm going to do my natural nails. So this is what they look like right now. And then when these nails come off, I will go ahead and do another video on how you can do gel at home using tips. So what you'll need for the nails is a cuticle cutter, of course. You will also need a file and a buffer if you have one. I just use a regular file. You also will need nail cuticle oil. I need a new one. This one is completely almost gone. Also a brush, any fluffy brush that you have. This one's by Sigma that I'm using, but any brush that you have will do. A gel manicure system. This one is by New Genesis. I'll link it down below for you guys. It's so easy, so simple. And then a gel dip powder. So the color that we're using today is this one. It's NU60, which is First Snow. Any color that you have will do. I actually have about 4 now in my collection, but this is the one that you guys want to see me use in this video. So as you can see, it's a really beautiful kind of natural pinky nude. I love just going for the nude pinky colors. White, those are my kind of go-to colors. So I'm going to be doing this one for you guys today. Now to go ahead and start with your nails, you want to go ahead and prep them. So off camera, I went ahead and got rid of the excess cuticles, as you can see, and I also shaped them to my liking. I did it off camera just to make life easy and the video not 20 minutes long. So first we're going to go in with step 1, which is the prep liquid from the system. So what you want to do is go ahead and apply the first step all over your nails. And what this is going to do is it actually is going to kind of dry out your nails, and it's going to get rid of all the excess oil, and this is what is really going to adhere the gel polish and the gel powder to your nails. So you want to go ahead and apply it all over. You want to make sure that when you're doing this whole process, you get as close to your cuticle as you can, but you don't want to get any of this stuff onto your finger or your skin or anything like that. This step you really don't need to worry about it, but when it comes to the base gel and all the other steps, if you do get it on your skin, make sure you get rid of it right away. So like I said, apply this all over your nail, and then you're just going to go ahead and let it air dry, and then we'll move to the next step. And after that is done and complete, we're now going to go to step 2, which you need the base gel, and then you're going to go ahead and open your dip powder. So we're first going to go in with the gel base, and we're going to go ahead and apply this all over the nail. This is actually, again, where I said before, you want to make sure you don't get it on your skin or anything like that. So applying a good coat of it, a little bit goes a long way, but I just kind of put a good amount, not crazy, like a huge amount, but a good amount that it coats the nail. After you have it down, you want to go at an angle and put your nail into the powder at an angle. That's what will give it the evenness of going onto your nail. Now, I will say the first powder layer is going to cover your nail pretty good, but there are some times that my nail does not catch the powder, but that's totally okay. No need to panic. That's why we go in with a second step, and then we're going to really make sure that they're coated with the second step. But as you can see with the first one, we're just going to pretty much do the same thing every time, and after each step, you also want to tap your finger to get off any of the excess powder. So like I said, sometimes it doesn't catch. I've noticed really much more, especially with using the natural nail. It didn't really catch much. When I used tips, it did, but like I said, don't worry, we're gonna fix it when we do the second coat. If you go back and actually add a little bit of the gel after you realize that it hasn't caught, it will just become like a big clump on your nail, and then you don't want that. So just, if it doesn't catch, don't worry about it, we'll fix it later. After you've dipped your nail into it, this is where we're going to go in with the brush and just get off all the excess powder, because you don't want to go ahead and use kind of loose powder and then add a second layer. So just kind of taking all that excess powder off, and you are left with a very nice light clear layer. I'm going to go ahead and start to do the other side. Again, we're going to do the same exact thing as we did on our other hand, putting one nail at a time in. I usually just like do one layer at a time because I don't want to put polish on all the nails and then they get really tacky and the powder doesn't stick again. So just doing one nail at a time and tap it off and keep going. Once the first layer is done on both hands and everything is wiped off, this is where we're going to now do our second coat. So the second coat, I go in very liberally with the gel, and I make sure that I get it on every single inch of the nail, because when I want to dip it in the powder, I want to make sure that every part of the nail gets completely covered. So this is a time when you really want to make sure everything gets covered, everything has the gel base on it, and you are all set to go. Again, you want to tap any of the excess off and just keep going on each nail, one nail at a time. And once you're done with the second layer, then we can move on to the next. So now you want to go in with step number 3, which is the activator liquid. And you want to go ahead and apply this all over the nail. So right when you're done with step number 2, doing the second layer with everything, get off all that excess powder, and you're going to go in with this step. You put it all over your nail, and this is where we're going to go ahead and pretty much then shape our nails and buff them out. So if you feel that your nails are a little bit thicker, or if you feel like you have spots that you really need to kind of file down that are a little rough or anything, after you apply this base, that's when you're going to go ahead and do that. So we're just going to put this all over the nails. So whether you have a nail file or a buffing block, just go back and forth. And my tip is to really make sure you get around kind of the edges of your nails, because there are some spots that are a little bit rough kind of by the end of your nail. So just really file those down and just make sure that it's to your liking. And after you have your nails filed down and to your liking and everything's set to go, you want to go ahead and go to the sink and wash your hands. You don't want to use soap at all. Just go ahead and use water to wash your hands off. And then after that, we're going to finish up with our nails. Going back in with step number 3, which is the activator liquid, which we used before, you want to go ahead and apply a good coat again all over your nails using step number 3. And then after that's done, we'll go to number 4. After that is down, you want to go ahead and just let it sit into your nails for about 30 seconds to a minute. So check your phone, whatever you got to do. Now on to step 4, which is the finishing gel. You want to go ahead and now apply a very light layer, because we will be applying 2 layers of this onto each nail. So going very, very light with the nail polish. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. After your layer is down, we're going to go ahead and let it sit for about a minute, and then we'll apply our second coat. After the first layer is down, like I said, we're going to go in with the second layer. Again, a very light coat, and then we're going to let it sit and dry for about 2 minutes. And after that, you are done with your nails. And that's the thing that I love too about the gel is that you don't need to wait for them to dry. You don't need to put your hands under any kind of light. They are done and you are ready to go out the door. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, I will do one next on how to add tips. So definitely let me know if you guys want to see that. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.